Hello, quick one this. So I just really wanted to come back and touch on these wings that we'd had trouble with yesterday. I've resolved the issue now, as you can see. Sadly, I'm not able to keep the wings in their original configuration. So the going up and the going down of them is not really an option. There was far too much that needed doing in order to even attempt to try and achieve that. I just felt in the long run it's easier and better just to glue them in that position. So, somebody else may want to have a crack at showing that, but it was no, not. I did speak with somebody else may want to have a crack at showing that, but it was no, not. I did speak with other modelers on it, and they were all in agreement that this was the best option. So yeah, so I'll show you what I've done, and then and that will be it for this one. So a really quick one, really. So first of all, I found the position that these need to go in. As the wheels are at a slight angle to the axle that the landing leg is, so they've got to go slightly splayed at the front so that your wheels are nice and straight on. I then glued them in position, which is not as easy as it may seem, because I also had to drill out, well, I got a reamer and I reamed out some of the, I don't know what they are, notches on both sides, which is a little bit of a pain because you've got to take off an equal amount, otherwise it affects the how this displays out here. And at one point this wheel was turned around 30 degrees that way, so it wasn't quite right. For that, I used a little tool that came with a drill. Obviously, I'll put it away now, but it's like a reamer, and it was a perfect fit for that. You could use a drill, or I guess you could probably use a hobby knife. It might be a bit more difficult to try and keep it all right. But yeah, a drill could do it. Just use the edge of the drill to try and scoop out some of this. Didn't need to come too far down. Use the notches on here. You can see the little notch where this fits. Use that as your guide, and because it's crucial that these stay in place, and they're going to take a fair bit of weight on them if you're not displaying this on the stand, my advice for that would be to scoop out the notches there and make it just about enough so that when you put this on here, you can't get it on now, but so when you get that on there, it is just sort of flush on the base there. And then you can double that up and use it as another anchor point. You can use it as another anchor point to hold this all stable together. That would be my recommendation on that. That's what I'm going to be attempting to do. From there, I had to cut the top off the wheel section off there because it was protruding too far up, and you couldn't actually close these wings down properly because of the top of this. That, and I also had to snip off, there's a little lug that sits there, which was also causing me problems, and in the long run it was easier just to snip it off. I did get a couple of times where I got close to having it working, but the minute I got it dry fitted, I got everything clamped down. The minute I used it, it all just fell apart. So I did get there, but it just didn't work. Now, assembling the wings is another area where you need to take great care. So it's a case of just gluing, clamping, and sometimes you've got to go back and re-glue. I'm going to have to do that on here already because it's just popped along the bottom here. It's just popped open, so I've got to sort that out. Just constantly make sure that fits. It is a rather annoying kit for the wings, I will say. Just make sure that lines up there. It's getting this top, once you get this top part lined up. Now, I think on the other wing I did, just bear with me. Yeah, on the other wing I actually snipped off this location peg here because it just wasn't working right. I could not get it lined up with that location peg, and there was also a little bit of plastic that was deformed slightly here, so I'm just going to brush that off. And it's a case of going round and really just checking which bits, which location pegs fit better where, because that you're not going to get them all to line up. Unfortunately, they're just not going to do it. Now, that side went together perfectly. There we go. So we're together at the front. We're okay down the side. We're more or less okay down the side. And I think we're going to have a problem with, yeah, this one, this peg here, and this peg here. They are both, to get them in, you actually need to move the front out of alignment completely, and the front needs to be in alignment. So let's just brush them off. Yeah. Got to be careful of them front legs. It's a shame that they've got to be installed in the way they have. Right. So now we've got see, when you start connecting the lugs together in the wrong way, i.e. the ones that are not supposed to fit. So we've got a lug there, and it's out of alignment completely. There we go. So just need to pop that on there. There's still one that's somewhere because I can feel it when you push down. It's obviously right on the lip of one of those locating pins somewhere in here. Right, we're okay. We're okay. We can do this. Now, our final problem is going to be getting this little device in here and holding it in place. So I recommend on that front, glue the front first and this side one here. So need the bottle open. Oh, if I can do it one-handed. Get your clamps ready. And then you really want to put, I've got a thick, this is a thick Mr. Cement Deluxe glue. I find it's a lot stronger than the Tamiya. Get it roughly how you want it. As close to spot on as you're going to get it. Everything slipped out my hand then a bit, so apologies. There we go. That pin in there goes perfectly. That pin's correct. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and slap as much glue in there as possible. I don't want super glue because I really need, in fact, take that off for a minute. I really need the maneuverability of this glue as it sets. I'm going to need those vital seconds. I don't care about the mess that I'm making on this at the moment. This glue will all get cleaned off. It's not a problem. Just got to get and then try and get that on as quick as possible. And then start adding these clamps just to get that, as much of it down as possible. And we're going to have to clean these holes up slightly, I think, when they're finished. They're more or less in line. Probably going to need a bit of filler in them once we get the guns in and the ones that we're not using. Right, now then I'm going to come along with this again and just get another clamp on. There. If you haven't got clamps, you can use elastic bands. They might be a bit more tricky. You can also use, you can get these devices from workshops. They're like, bear with me. You can get these, which are great. And we're just going to pop that one on there. I just want to get another drop in there. Get that added. Now we're okay there. We're going to come down. We've got something actually. Damn, we've got a lug. I didn't see a location pin. Just trying to see which one it is. If I can reach it with... I hope I can reach it. I do believe you're the little bugger there. Come on. Now I want you to drop out towards me. Apologies for the dog. I think I got it. No. Okay, what's we got? Yeah, we got it. We got it. I think. Sure, we're all lined up. Or is that a warpage on the wing? It's the same spot on the other side. Yeah, I think it's just a bit of warpage on the wing. Yeah, I got that lug out. That's okay. It's okay. Although we've no. Bear with me. Need a torch or something to see down. Let's crack open this. That's odd. There's nothing there. I've got that lug out. Okay, we're okay. All right, okay, it's gone. I don't know what that was. No, so we're just going to pop. Make sure this goes in the right way. I believe it needs to go in that way. That way. No, it's got to go in that way. Yeah. It'll only go in the one way because I've got the other one on the other side. So we're going to pop that in there. Actually, I'm going to pop the small side in first because, or the big side in first. Let me see. Big side in first. And then we just need to have enough on this side to open it up just to get the, drop that down there. There we go. And we're in. Right. Now we've got that in. We've got to do the same along here. And while I'm at it, just put in a drop of glue on that side as well. I'm not going to take anything for granted. I had dry fitted this to the fuselage and it was looking okay, but then I dry fitted the wings as well and they were okay. Just scoop a load of glue along there. And we'll get that clamped down. Just bring these back. A few more clamps out than are required on the other side. There we go. That's there we go, nice and tight there. And we're going to just drop a bit more glue in there, but we don't want it going down as far as the elevator because we want that being glued into a position where it won't work. And There we go. Oh, it's you know, it is going to be one of those where you're going to have so many clamps on it. I'm probably going to need to go around this a bit more later, re-glue again areas where it hasn't quite took, and go from there. So there we have it. The wings are finally on. I don't want to demonstrate at the moment the fuselage going in because it's too delicate. That's got to go off to one side now. Leave that till maybe later. I'll come back and look at it, see how the glue is holding, and go from there. Failing that, it'll be tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Did say it was going to be a really quick one, and just a quick hello from GB's Model Zone. Hi. And Mark Scale Model to GB. I think that's Gordon, but he said his name isn't Gordon, but it is online. I don't. It's very confusing. We've got a few people that have got double sort of names. It's but I know who you are, so hi. And yeah, that's me done for now. Look at that, 21 minutes. Awesome. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. Not ended yet. Come on. Why won't it end?